Are you a Christian struggling to lose weight, have more energy, and just be the person that God has created you to be? Maybe you're struggling to stay consistent with your health, your fitness, or your just energy levels are down. Maybe you've tried programs, diets, motivational tricks, but nothing seems to stick. Well, here's something to consider. What if your health habits were not just about your willpower? Maybe it's about your identity. Well, today I'm diving into Genesis 1 and 2, and I promise it might completely shift the way you see your body, the way your fitness is, and even your walk with God. But before, make sure you subscribe to our channel because every week we pump out one video with tools, with tips, and with motivation to help transform your mind, your body, and your spirit, and also help you become the person that God has called you to be. So let's dive in. Genesis 1:26-27 says, "Then God said, let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness." So God created mankind in his own image. And Genesis 2:7 says, "The Lord God formed a man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils and the breath of life, and the man became a living being." So let's dive into those scriptures. So the first point I want to make is you were created in God's image. So this isn't just a poetic language. It's identity defining truth. You weren't just an accident. You weren't just made by God. You were made like him in his image. Yes, so that gives your body inherent worth. It's not just a physical vessel. It is a sacred design. So how you treat your body, that means through movement, through what we put in our mouth, how we rest, is actually a reflection on how you honor your creator. So having a well-tended temple reflects reverence for the one who built it. So point number 2 is the breath of life. Genesis 2:7 says that God breathed into Adam's nostril. So this wasn't distance. It was not a hands-off creation. It was intimate. It was purposeful, and it was personal. So the very breath in my lungs and yours is from God. This makes your life, your body, and your time a gift, a sacred responsibility. Your breath is not just biology. It's a reminder of God's presence in you. So take care of the vessel he breathed life into. Point number 3 is you are both body and spirit. You were made from dust, but you were filled with divine breath. That means your physical and your spiritual life matter. So ignoring your health is going to limit your ability to live out your God-given purpose. Your movement, what we put in your mouth, your rest, it's all going to reflect the unity of your design. So neglecting your body is going to affect your spirit and vice versa. So steward both well. Point number 4 says that you were made for relationship. So Genesis 2:18-25, God said it's not good for man to be alone. So we were created for connection, for community, and for partnership. So guess what? When you take care of your body, your health, you move more, you exercise, you're eating healthier, you focus on your health, your holistic approach to drinking water, getting more sleep, you can love and serve others better. An example of this is you move more so that you can have more energy to play with the kids. An example is you eat healthier so that you can show up strong for your spouse or for your team. You prioritize your health not for vanity, but for availability to those God has placed in your life. All right, the last and final point is you were made to reflect God's glory. Being made in God's likeness means that we're called to reflect his character in the world, his love, his strength, his discipline, and compassion. When we live with energy and strength, we share a light. When we live with purpose and integrity in our habits, we glorify Him. And when we view our body as sacred, yes, our health becomes worship. You were formed on purpose for purpose. So I encourage you to treat your body like the temple it is. All right, today I want to challenge you. What is one way that you can honor God with your body? Would it be one walk, one workout, one change of your meal, eating unhealthy to choosing healthy? One decision to move with purpose. So I want to hold yourself accountable. So comment in the comments. Let me know what's one thing that you can do to honor your body. And if this encouraged you, make sure you like and subscribe, because every week we pump out a new video to help give you the tips, tools, and resources to transform your mind, your body, and your spirit. And if you want a free resource to help jumpstart your journey, check the link in the description as I share my 8 tips to transform your mind, your body, and your spirit. It's the same resources I give my Transform Temple coaching clients that lose on average 10 to 30 plus pounds in our 12-week course without counting calories, without following a darn meal plan, or without going to the gym. So let's glorify God, not just with our hearts, but with our healthy habits. As always, make today count. Be blessed. Have a great one.